Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's presentation of the NFL on UWN. My name is Chase Wilson, alongside my partner Joe Davis, and today we are live from Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan, for this matchup between the Chargers and the hometown Lions. A lot of familiar faces on both sides, a lot of strong players, Joe. Are you expecting to see anything special out of any of these guys today?
Well, I mean, you mentioned the strong players. Detroit has quite a few of them. You look up and down this roster, quite a few players in the Pro Bowl. They've got a few very talented rookies as well. One of the big names to watch, of course, Aiden Hutchinson for Detroit, but also Sam Laporta. He got traded last year going to Los Angeles, and so that will be a very important matchup to be looking at throughout the day.
Jared Goff and the Detroit offense heading out on the field. Quite a year so far, 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Pretty decent start, as much as you could expect from somebody of his caliber. As they line up for their first drive, 1st and 10. Goff over the middle, taken in wide open, and he's still standing after a broken tackle. He's finally brought down at the 30. For a 42-yard gain. Absolutely incredible first play of the game.
And that is going to be Jamison Williams, the wide receiver. You see the replay here. Goff, excellent pass protection by the offensive line, but then also Williams as well, just going after that ball and taking it quite a good ways.
We've seen a lot of good things out of him to start this year. Over 250 yards already. Couple of touchdowns to his name, as Williams there for another reception off the left side, but that is going to set up a 4th and 3. And it looks like, as we know well from the Lions, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They love to be aggressive.
Absolutely. Going to hand it off, and he is going to pick it up. Jahmyr Gibbs for that 5-yard rush to pick up the next first down.
Already a good red zone drive.
Absolutely. Goff back in the pocket. Another route over the left side. Taken in and touchdown.
It's going to be Kevin Woods, the rookie tight end. Everybody getting involved on this first drive for the Lions. And just a simple catch. Trot on into the end zone as easy as you like, and 6 points. And I mean, what can't you say about Dobbins? His longevity in the league has been something very impressive to watch.
Herbert over the left side, taking in well past the markers up to the 47-yard line, and that'll be a new set of downs.
That went out to Sam Laporta, the former Lion, wide open, as you can see on that replay. Kind of a little bit of blown coverage, I think.
And getting him on this Chargers team was a really good addition to their offense. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more out of him today. 1st and 10 from the 47. Herbert back in the pocket again. Over to Laporta again. And that'll be good for a 4-yard pickup to set up a 2nd and 6 from midfield.
And now Laporta coming off. That is not what LA wants to see at all. Their star offensive weapon. That is not good.
A little bit of a commentator's curse there, I guess. We're just praising how good of an addition he is to this team, and now he's not going to be out there on this team for we'll see how long. Chargers on for their first punt of the game. Incompleted drive, not what you want to see there. And that is going to go out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
And so going for the field goal. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and kick is good. 3rd and 2. Handoff up the middle. That's going to go nowhere. And we'll see what LA elects to do on 4th and 1.
Boy, they have not had much success on either side of the ball. We just saw a play or two ago the huge deficit. Detroit has over 100 yards already, whereas Los Angeles here doesn't even have 30. They really have to find out what's going wrong here if they want to get back in this game.
First and 10. Herbert takes a snap. He throws it left side. It is complete once again and still on the run up to the 15-yard line. LA going to call a timeout. First and 10. Kincaid going into motion. Back over to the right-hand side. Herbert takes a snap. He looks, pressure coming from behind. He's going to go down. Second sack of the day for the Lions as they are continuing to feast on this LA line. And now LA calls a timeout. That is interesting to see.
If it were me on the field, I'd see if you could try to get one more play off before going for that field goal. But they had a different plan. Just going to play it safe and run the clock out. Make sure Detroit doesn't get the ball back. Now, we've seen quite the game so far. And with the struggles of this Chargers offense, you're kind of surprised to see them only down by a score at this point, are you not?
It's been a very defensive game played by both sides, especially in this first half. And of course, LA, they did lose Sam Laporta on their first drive of the game. That has haven't taken a lot of the fire out of this offense, but we'll see what they've been able to do. I mean, Kincaid has had some great catches, particularly on that final drive that they had. And so we'll see kind of what LA comes out with to start the second half.
And it is going to be 3rd and 8 from the 29. Herbert back, pressure coming, but that pass is not going to go very far. That's just going to be a gain of 2, and that sets up another 4th down, another failed drive, another punting situation here for the Chargers.
Just LA has just been unable to get anything going. But on the flip side, they've been able to kind of slow this Detroit offense down a little bit as well. You see so far today, Goff has done great passing in terms of his completion to attempts ratio, but in terms of how many yards he's been able to get, a lot of this has been short yardage that just hasn't been able to go much further than the line.
Certainly those receptions on the last drive for losses are not going to help. And that one, he's not even going to get the ball off as he's taken down for a huge loss of 9 yards. He's going to set up 2nd and 19. See if they can get some yardage back after the sack. Out deep left side, no one defending him. St. Brown to the 20, to the 10, and taken in for the Detroit touchdown. And that is going to extend their lead even more.
Just about how you draw up a pass on that side of the field. A huge throw, completely blown coverage. You see right there, Hart running, able to kind of throw off the safety, and St. Brown, seeing there's nobody in front of him, decides to go for the flourish with the one-handed grab. But what a play by Detroit to blow this game wide open.
Another handoff to the running back, and he is going to be in to pick up the first down. And that'll be their second 3rd down conversion. But now Dobbins heading off the field as well. Their second weapon in this offense heading off to the locker room. That does not spell good things for this Chargers offense. See if they can come up with another good completion here. Deep and intercepted by Detroit. He's going to run it back to the 20, to the 30, finally taken down by Keyshawn Bout again. Carlton Davis III there for the interception, and that is going to make it a lot more difficult for the Chargers to have much hope heading into this last quarter. First turnover of the game. And a sack right after. Goff is going to go down 10 yards behind the line, setting up a 2nd and long. Not how you want to start a drive. Chargers offense hoping they can stop this drive now on for 2nd and 20. Back-to-back sacks. He's going to go down again. Another 9-yard loss, setting up 3rd and 29.
I mean, there's nothing that this Detroit line can do right now. LA, they saw the previous pick, and they said that the defense has to step up, and they are doing so right now.
Quick pass over the middle is going to get him just short of the original line of scrimmage. Gonna help him on the punt coming up, but that's about it.
And so 3rd and 10 once again. This is going to be big. They need points, but with so little time on the clock, they need a touchdown. 3 receivers set to the right-hand side, and it's going to be a handoff that goes nowhere.
What were they thinking there? A handoff on 3rd and 10.
That is going to raise a lot of questions for a lot of people in the LA office, and they're going to try and go for it here. 4th down and 10, ball on the 22-yard line. Herbert takes a snap. He throws to the right-hand side, and it's incomplete. I don't know why they decided to throw it now instead of on the previous drive, but that is going to be a dagger for these LA fans here in Detroit today. And so Herbert and the Chargers, 4 minutes left to go. There is still time. Herbert takes a snap. He throws it, intercepted, taken away. That's going to be the dagger for sure as the ball gets back up to the 35-yard line. 2nd pick of the day and the 1st for Jack Campbell.
You have to play it safer than that. I know this team might be desperate for points, but you cannot be making passes directly to the defender just like that. He was well covered, and that was probably easier than most of the other picks this Lions team gets to see.
LA, of course, wasn't able to build a lot over the offseason. Only 5 draft picks in this year's draft. Kind of the result of some trades.
Most of which haven't really gotten to see the field a whole lot, unlike this Detroit team, where all of their first 3 have gotten to see action. That goes down the left sideline.
Kincaid with a huge catch on the left side. And now we're going to get a stoppage as it looks like Aiden Hutchison is hurt. 1st and goal. Herbert takes the snap. 1-step drop. Now flush out of the pocket to the left-hand side. He throws complete for the touchdown, but there is a flag down.
We'll see what this is about. Hopefully not on the offense here.
And it is not. Defensive pass interference. That is going to make it a touchdown for Kincaid. And LA gets the touchdown that they were looking for. It looks like they are going to try the onside. And it isn't going to work. And that will basically be it. Jared Goff, 233 yards. The big highlight of today's game coming from an Amon-Ra St. Brown 84-yard touchdown on the second play of Detroit's second half.
And as they let the clock run out, Detroit will take the victory here at home against the Chargers by 20-10. They will move up to 5-2, while Los Angeles slips further down to 3-4.
We get a look at the highlights. Of course, 2 interceptions by Herbert in this game. Goff got hit quite a lot as well. Some things to work on for both of these squads, but a whole lot more optimism for Detroit coming out of this game for sure as they take the 20-10 victory.